Coach, how has the trip been so far to Southern California, and how are things shaping up?
The trip has been fabulous. All the way from the airplane ride down, it was smooth. The transition from the airport to the hotels, and then just the back and forth to practice. It's been wonderful. And right now, practices are moving at a good tempo. We're starting to get the kinks out and get the rhythm going. And right now, everything is right on track where we need to be.
Okay. Eric, how about you?
I think good. Just getting back into the rhythm of practicing, enjoying the experience with my teammates. I think that's big for me and the rest of my teammates. But just having fun, taking it all in, and getting back to work. So it's been cool.
And Tony?
Yeah, it's been a great experience for me too. I know a lot of guys haven't been to Southern California before, so I mean it's good to see their kind of reaction. I think I love that the most about it, especially the young freshman kids from all over the country. Just enjoying what we've earned this far, but understanding that it's the business trip and we got a game to win. But I think overall the experience has been great.
We'll open up the floor for questions now. Please raise your hand. We have 2 mic passers on each side of the room. Please say your name and the media outlet that you're with. Any questions? Don't be shy.
Jordan Kent, Comcast Sportsnet Northwest. Coach, when you've watched the film of Florida State, every team sort of does something that makes you say, wow. What was it with the Seminoles?
You know, I think their overall team speed. They're an extremely fast team. I think they run some wonderful offensive schemes that accent what they're really good at, and that's their speed. So that was the first thing. You know, we haven't played a lot of two-back teams in our conference. We don't see a lot of them, and so some of their styles of attack are different. And when you add that to the speed and the athleticism, you go, you know what? This is different. This is different. So really excited about the opportunity and the challenge to face something different. So, but that's what I see.
Hey, Coach, Bruce Feldman, Fox Sports. What are the biggest things you lose without having EFO there, and what do you expect to see from your younger guys who are going to be pushed into that responsibility, especially playing against a team with a really established passer like that?
You know, I think the first thing, you know, not having EFO, you know, we lose a very talented player, but we lose kind of a spiritual leader there, a guy with a lot of experience, a guy that's been in the battle, in the heat of battle. So, you know, we all have to pick up the slack. You know, what I expect to see is the leaders, the Dargans and the Troy Hills, the guys that have been out there, doing a tremendous job of communicating, over-communicating with the other guys that were rotating in so that we don't miss a beat. I mean, the biggest thing is going to be we're not changing the game plan. You can't change it, you know, after 13, 14 games, you're not going to change the plan. We have to do a better job of executing the plan. We have to do a better job of guys picking up slack. We have to do a tremendous job of communicating, because that's what you lose when you lose a guy that started for 3-4 years. You lose a lot of communication, a lot of leadership.
Okay. Next question up front.
Julia Minnesota, ABC7. Coach, what do you do in preparation? What's the difference in preparation for a game like this as opposed to a regular season game?
You know, our preparation's the same. You know, our game, the way we're structured, the way Coach Helfrich has our operation structured, our practice and just our routine is the same. The difference is you plug in the different offenses. For us, it's been plugging in the Florida State offense, but our preparation's been the same. We got a couple days we don't go real hard, and then we got a couple days we go extremely hard, and it's just the actual substance is what changes.
Question right there.
Jake Zivin, KEZI. Don, Jameis Winston threw 17 interceptions in the regular season. What have teams done to force him to turn the ball over?
You know, I have not compared him from last year to this year, so I don't know the difference from last year to this year. I know that I've been told last year he didn't throw as many interceptions. You know, what I see is I see a very confident guy, and he'll make some throws, and you know, he'll fit the ball in some tight windows. You know, if the thing that he possesses is that if he tries to fit in a window and it doesn't happen, if it's an interception, it doesn't faze him. So he's coming right back out there in the next series, he'll make that play. And so I don't, you know, the coverages, you see man, you see zone, you see a lot of different things. I don't know if the coverage is it or I don't know if the coverages are causing. I'm not sure where they're coming from. I just know that he's very confident, and he can put the ball like right in there. And if he believes he can, he's going to put it there, and that team rallies around him. So the mistakes, if you notice, the mistakes haven't hurt the team. You know, those guys have continued to win in spite of whatever adversity they face. So, you know, that's what I see. I see a very confident man who's going to put that ball where he believes it needs to go.
So one question from up front, and then we'll have one in the back of the riser in a second.
Tom D'Angelo, the Palm Beach Post. Eric and Tony, you talk about Jameis, the challenges he present for you guys, you know, and how much have you seen many quarterbacks that are like him playing in your conference?
Well, first off, I think he's a great player. I mean, this dude can make plays all over the field. He has guys pressure him all in his face, but he still delivers a throw. And it just causes him to have some explosive plays. And I think that goes into the fact what Coach DP was saying about how he can throw an interception but doesn't faze him because he has extreme confidence in his guys, and he just knows that he has to keep coming out and keep making plays. You can see that he's a great leader on the field. He leads his guys in and out of battle. They're very competitive. I mean, they're undefeated. They haven't lost a game in 2 years, and that's not for no reason. So, I mean, this guy's really special.
Eric?
Just going off what Tony said, he really can make a throw from anywhere on the field. You have to respect that as a quarterback. We play some pretty good quarterbacks in our conference, but over a complete quarterback that can take off and run and take the hits and step into the throw, no, we haven't. I don't think so. But we just got to stay in coverage and make a play when an opportunity presents itself.
Question in the back there.
Lane Hurt, Seminoles.com. Coach, I don't know how far back you, right here. I don't know how far back you go in film in a season, but what have you seen from Florida State's offensive line during the last month of the season when you go back and look at that tape?
You know, from the beginning to the end, at some point during the season, they made some changes. They shook up the offensive line. And the production has been better. But, you know, when you look at their offensive line, they're big, they're strong, they're fast, they're solid. I don't know if there was a lot of weaknesses. I think what they did is they improved themselves by making that switch, I believe, at center. But, you know, all their linemen are big, they're strong, they're fast. They do a tremendous job in the zone scheme of locking on to people and moving people and creating space for the backs. I think statistically, the last part of the season, there was less sacks, so I think they've done a better job of protecting him. And I'm not sure if that's 100% just the offensive line or some things they're doing schematically to give Jameis more time. But I just think they have a very solid offensive line. I think, you know, over the course of the season, like all of us coaches, we believe if we progress from the beginning to the season, we're getting better. I think those guys have done a lot of what we've done on our team is from the beginning to the season we progress. And I think that's just a part of a progression of coaches doing a great job of continuing to coach those little things and getting the group overall better.
We have a question up front on the left.
Gary Horowitz with the Statesman Journal. Tony and Eric, could you talk a little bit about the fact that Oregon has overcome injuries on both sides of the ball all season, how much that helps with the EFO injury going into this game, and also if you could talk a little bit about the people who will be replacing EFO in the Rose Bowl.
I think overcoming injuries just goes to show how our team comes together and support each other, whether you're starting or you're not starting. We believe if somebody goes out, the next man up, and that's something we pride ourselves on, helping each other understand the defense and be able to make plays when they present themselves. Honestly, whoever's in the game, our defense got complete confidence in. We believe that they're going to make the play and communicate. So whether it's Chris or Dior or Ariane, I believe they're going to make the play, and I got confidence in them. And that's really all that matters. For the other injuries, it's just about supporting each other, and just being there.
I think what's special about this Oregon team is that we rotate so many guys on defense that if the number one guy was to go down, the guy backing him up has experience, has been playing for the rest of the year, so it's not like it's new to them. Maybe it's their first time starting, but it's definitely not their first time playing. And everybody who's on the practice field, they work hard. Doesn't matter if you're 1, 2, or 3, you're going to be in there. And we all expect everybody to work just as hard as the number one guy or starter guy or a veteran. Doesn't matter who it is. And I think because they practice like that, everybody on the defense has confidence in them being able to step up. it's unfortunate we lost Ifo. Like Coach GP was saying, he's a great spiritual leader, a great playmaker for us, but we're extremely confident in the next guys that are going to be in there just because of the way they practice and just their mindset, you know what I mean? I think we're a close-knit group on defense. We have extreme confidence in one another, and as long as we play together, we'll be okay.
We have a question in the back.
Ted Miller, ESPN.com. For all three of you guys, starting with Don, how has Coach Helfrich made his specific mark on this program in the past 2 years?
You know, I'm a little different than these guys. I've been in Oregon for a long time, so I've been through a lot of wonderful head coaches, and I think what Coach Helfrich does is he really treats the guys like men. We have unbelievable structure. Just the way everything is structured is unbelievable. And then when in our meetings and when he deals with the players, he challenges these guys, and the challenge is really to be the best. And it's really neat the way he does it. But the kids, these young men respond. And I think a big part of our success is due to the leadership of Coach Helfrich. And it's not just with the players, it's with the administrative staff, it's with the coaches. I mean, he empowers us to do our job, he gives us the resources, and he says, go. And that's the Mark Helfrich way. That's how I would characterize Coach Helfrich's leadership.
For me, Coach Helf, he's unbelievable. You know, he challenges on the field and off the field, and I think that's big. He's really pushing us towards greatness, and that's something that we've been chasing for a long time. He just put a stamp. You know, everybody got their own like swagger and own like how they do things. You know, what he do is special. You know, he really care about our bodies and make sure we getting the right treatment and making the right steps. You know, he always inputting from the players. How can we make it better? And that's something that we always improve because it's not just from a coach standpoint. He wants the player standpoint. How can we improve? And it helps. It really does.
Yeah, just to piggyback off what Eric was saying, I think Coach Helfrich really respects us and treats us like men. He understands that we're in a position where we're on our own a lot and we can make a lot of decisions, but he believes that we'll always make the right decision. He always looks out for us. He always wants us to be the best we can be, and he can help us if he can help us in any way, he's definitely going to do that. And I think because of that, a lot of guys respect Coach Helfrich and they want to buy into his system. It's worked out really well for us. We just got to keep pushing.